Depression treatments are evolving. Are you still taking medication every day? Well, ketamine is gaining attention for its rapid symptom relief that lasts long beyond the dose. But how long does the benefit actually last, and how many ketamine treatments do you need?
Today we're focusing on ketamine injections and Spravato, which is esketamine nasal spray, in terms of their efficacy in depression. We'll also briefly discuss oral and sublingual forms in terms of depression relief, and hang around to hear some of the science and patient stories around ketamine treatments for depression and how long it actually works.
I'm Aaron, a bioengineer and licensed psilocybin facilitator.
And I'm Reed, medical student and future doctor. Tryptone Essentials is dedicated to psychedelic science, education, and harm reduction. This is not medical advice, and we never encourage the use of illegal substances.
What is ketamine therapy? The drug was originally an anesthetic. Its antidepressant qualities were discovered using much lower doses.
Ketamine has a complex effect on the glutamate system in the brain by acting as an NMDA receptor antagonist on different neurons, with downstream effects resulting in increased neuroplasticity or increased connection between these neurons, which is huge.
That's something we often hear about other classical psychedelics like psilocybin therapy and a lot of the benefits or pros from those different types.
Yeah, a lot of this antidepressant effect is coming from this increased connection between neurons.
Exactly, yeah. And part of the reason why, as we'll get into later, therapy after the sessions may actually be even more important.
Yeah, so stay tuned.
There are two main forms of ketamine used clinically. First is IV or IM racemic ketamine, which is a 50-50 mixture of R and S-ketamine. This is technically prescribed off-label, but has a longer history of use than esketamine. It has a response rate of around 70%. And what that actually means is around 70% of people after receiving this ketamine treatment have a significant reduction of depression.
Yes. And the second form, Spravato, is the pure S-ketamine in a nasal spray format. And this is FDA approved for depression, specifically used alongside oral antidepressants, so as like an adjunct add-on therapy. And there is some research suggesting that S-ketamine may actually be inferior to Racemic ketamine in terms of benefit duration. And check out our ketamine deep dive video to learn more about that.
And it is worth noting that those IM and IV ketamine infusions were not necessarily in conjunction with antidepressant medication.
Yes.
Other routes exist, such as oral administration and sublingual administration or under the tongue, but they are less directly research-backed. In theory, the form used does not matter as much as the level of the drug that ends up in the body and the brain.
Yeah, exactly. So how fast does ketamine work for depression? Its antidepressant effects can actually appear within hours of the first dose. And these are significant reductions, especially for decreasing suicidal thoughts quickly. This makes ketamine one of the few safe drugs that can really help in acute times of suicidality. Other antidepressants like SSRIs do not have the same safety profile in this setting.
Absolutely. And patients often describe this quick feeling of relief within the first 24 hours, unlike most antidepressants, which can take 4 to 6 weeks to have that same effect. One woman, Ashley, shared after her first ketamine treatment, quote, "I felt like myself. I felt like I had been restored back to this not depressed version of myself," quote.
Yeah, and there are so many other anecdotes that share this same vein.
Yeah, it's often described as being more like your true self or feeling like you should.
Yeah.
Naturally should.
Like that, cloudy glasses has just been lifted and you're back to seeing the world in full color sometimes. Yeah. How long do the benefits last? Relief from one ketamine treatment is short-lived. Typically, this benefit from a single session lasts between 5 to 7 days. Some studies measure a drop-off in efficacy after 3 days at the low end of the range and up to 2 weeks at the high end of higher responders to even that single dose treatment. Yeah. Without the follow-up sessions, most patients feel symptoms gradually return after this time.
This is exactly why ketamine therapy involves multiple sessions in a series. The ketamine infusions typically start out with an induction phase, meaning that they are giving 2, sometimes even 3 infusions per week for the first few weeks, really front-loading that dosing.
Yeah, and if treatment stops after this induction phase, the median time to relapse back into depression after the last dose is 18 days. So we do see that extension versus that 5 to 7 day average we saw earlier. But this is still a drop-off. So it's not
Absolutely.
permanent. And some people do last longer than this, but many need retreatment within a couple weeks.
And we'll talk about the difference between this and actually the Spravato that is oftentimes used in therapy and why the IV and IM is much stronger of an option.
Yes. And this is, so again, yeah, not a one and done treatment. And usually the front loading period in clinical practice lasts up to 6 weeks. So twice a week for maybe up to 6 weeks.
Ongoing booster treatments are a common practice, but instead of 2 times a week, it drops down to more like once every 2 to 6 weeks, depending on the individual response. Various clinics approach this process very differently from one another, and each person responds differently. Again, we're talking about IM or IV.
It's also very important to point out that this way of using ketamine does not emphasize the subjective experience of the ketamine trip. And ketamine-assisted psychotherapy is a completely different way of using ketamine that may be more effective. And stay tuned, we'll talk a little bit more about this.
Spravato, the S-ketamine nasal spray, kind of has its own maintenance plan built into it. The FDA recommended dosage for Spravato is 2 times per week for the first month, and then once per week for another month. And then beyond that, we're looking at once every week or every other week, depending on the individual.
Yeah, and this maintenance is very flexible, even per these FDA guidelines. And they suggest using the least frequent dosing that works for the person. So sometimes even if it's, more than that 2-week interval, if it works for the patient, it's better to go less frequent.
Absolutely. And there's some reasons for that due to some side effects with ketamine, and check out our deep dive to learn more about that.
Exactly. To limit side effects, go check out our pre-trip product, free giveaway details, and link in the description for the product down below. And one clinical trial shows depression relapse risk increases by 51% if Spravato is stopped, really highlighting that it just has to be continued.
Yeah, unlike some of the IV-IM, which had a little bit more of a break in between, and especially where we were seeing some of that 2 to 6 weeks, once every 2 to 6 weeks. So a much larger period than this Spravato.
Yeah.
The way Spravato is being used is really a long-term management tool, not a long-lasting remedy. It's helpful to humanize this research by describing what this is normally like for patients. There's a common pattern. The infusion or nasal spray brings an immediate boost, right? A wave of relief and elevated mood and energy. But this wave often subsides after some time.
Yeah, many people do find life-changing benefits, but only with ongoing care and ongoing infusions or nasal sprays. So relapsing into the depression doesn't mean the treatment's failed. It means maybe another dose is needed.
Absolutely.
And since we know that ketamine causes this temporary boost in neuroplasticity, how can we actually extend its benefits beyond what's seen in these studies we're talking about so far?
Well, one study suggests that talk therapy sessions may be especially valuable post-treatment, looking at within 24 to 48 hours, when the neurogenesis is at its peak level after the treatment. Because of this window of neuroplasticity, it is the ideal time to initiate new healthy habits such as sleep hygiene and regular exercise protocols or other holistic type exercises.
Yeah, these other things, are known to also be antidepressant. Exercise is extremely antidepressant. So if you can start engaging with these kinds of behaviors right after the ketamine usage, it's the optimal window to kind of capitalize on that new habit.
Could even be things like getting into nature or meditating. It doesn't have to be talk therapy specifically or exercise, but anything along this holistic activity type of idea.
Yes. One interesting study used a computer program designed for helping with positive self-worth.
Very interesting program here too.
Yeah, so they had patients, participate with this kind of game like program in the period of time after ketamine use, and they found that increasing positive self-view and positive self-worth helped extend the antidepressant effect of the ketamine sessions. So pretty interesting there. It's just kind of further, highlighting that this is the perfect window to start initiating some of these other behaviors, so whatever that is.
Absolutely.
Then we have ketamine-assisted psychotherapy, or abbreviated KAP. This is when therapy is administered before, during, and after the ketamine sessions.
In other words, this includes preparation and integration. treating the ketamine sessions as transformative experiences rather than just the dosing of a medication. This is similar to how we do psilocybin therapy here in Oregon, where we like to involve a thorough amount of preparation and integration to really expand on the experience. Research suggests that this model of ketamine maximizes and extends the antidepressant effects.
Yeah, and there's really not a ton of research on the KAP format yet, but what we have so far, it's pretty exciting and surprising that more clinics aren't doing it this way.
Yeah, we hope to see more clinics doing this style of ketamine therapy when the research comes out, and maybe even after seeing this video.
Yes. So yeah, maybe we should be using ketamine more like psilocybin is used in psilocybin therapy, like you said here in Oregon. And in a lot of the studies on psilocybin therapy, they always include, or typically include, integration preparation.
And research is even pointing that integration may be some of the most important part of psilocybin therapy.
Yes, exactly. For a short look at what ketamine is, or a deep dive into even more about ketamine, go check out these two videos. As always,
Elevate your trip.